gives them the BKB lockdown against the Marcy, right? Like that's kind of her main power spike is BKB plus one item. So lock her down during the unleash. She doesn't really do much.
Do they Marcy in this? I feel like Marcy. Sorry, do they Marana with this? I
Yes,
feel like,
they do now.
I feel like Arrow plus Rebound, pretty good combination. Extra attack speed to be able to take out the Phoenix. It takes it away from the Vici Gaming if they were wanting to go a 5 Marana to pair together with the Ember Spirit for kill potential and deals with the Beastmaster creep.
But why Marana when you could 4 clock? That's what I want to see.
True. 1 Marana.
I think with Clock you might have a few issues kind of locking people down, right? Like if you hookshot onto the Beastmaster and he's got a ball with him, your battery assault really doesn't do much for you. It's hard for you to catch out an Ember Spirit unless you have like, a little bit of the extra lockdown.
And it is
And then
actually
double
really
melee
awkward with
support.
Marcy as well, because you hookshot in and then Marcy can't actually rebound off you to your target because you're like sitting right on top of them.
I'm gonna say
Hey, Dark
Marana Sniper is what I want to see.
Sniper got banned.
We're not gonna see the Sniper.
What?
That's okay. That's a great prediction.
What about
Thank you.
this being the Night Stalker game?
Not against Phoenix. I was thinking that as well, but Phoenix, when you use Supernova, it turns to day and your fight is kind of poopy after that.
Can
You
you
don't wanna- you don't wanna
override the
poopy
day
fight.
with Dark Ascension after he eggs?
No.
No, it has like priority.
Get in the lobby, Luke. Test it.
It's
No,
really
you
weird
can't.
to, like, I think Supernova is like the number 1,
Yeah.
and then Eclipse is like just below Supernova or something. There is like a hierarchy in those things for some reason going into the game. I don't know.
Fuck.
Sunshine and Rainbows is
I-
the darkness.
Oh.
Alright. Something different.
What?
Zeus?
Yeah.
Why'd they pick a Zeus?
Yeah.
They want Vision to be able to find out the Phoenix, I guess, with Ultimate. That's what I'm thinking.
But then you need to find a way to kill the Phoenix, right? Like that's
True. Okay, what the?
Okay, so
yeah.
Disseminate into Thunder Gods, Lightning, the pow, the Marcy. But yeah, no, I don't know what this is.
the Shadow Demon is really nice against the Beastmaster Raw if you want to use the disruption
Yeah, that's true,
defensively.
that's true,
And the
that's true.
Purge, the Purge versus the Ember's incredible as well. Like Ember can't do anything in fights if he gets purged, but you have a horrible game now versus Spectre. This is an Erica classic. He absolutely loves this hero. I can never see the Zeus ever having a good time versus Hawk Vision, versus the Ember being on top of him, versus the Spectre Horn to find him out as well. Tree's not gonna have a fun time this game. This is already looking like a bit of a rough one.
Yeah.
The Shadow Demon on its own would have been okay. Still not great though, because again, they're two kind of do-nothing supports. And
Yeah,
like, who is
big
actually
time.
making plays for you? Who is taking towers for you?
And who's-
Barely anyone.
Yeah, and who's like your like lots of lockdown? Like, is Team Cloud literally relying on the fact that Marcy's going to get a basher and she's going to chain bash
All right.
someone? Like,
I'm calling it PA. Cloud wants a PA.
What?
PA with break against Spectre. PA good against Beastmaster. You've got Marcy with sidekick. I like it. Extra attack speed to be able to hit the Phoenix. Burst potential against an Ember Spirit when you hit your... I'm counting 1 stun against it.
yeah.
You can say you hate it, it's okay.
Oh!
Butterfly effect Meepo.
I said they should have banned the Meepo. I told you.
What? A butterfly effect Meepo is kind of high.
Yeah.
So,
When was the last time I cast a Meepo game? Holy.
so you said
Elder
this is a
Titan.
butterfly
Elder
effect Meepo,
Titan.
right? And then
Or
so
a
what,
Wyvern.
Ice
Give me
Time
a
is gonna
Wyvern
play,
now.
Well, Ice Limit is going to play the Zeus or the Marcy
This is the first Meepo pick off the DPC.
ever.
No, not.
Is it?
Oh,
This year.
We've
I was
cast
gonna say.
Alacrity Meepo before in the
Yeah,
CDPC
this
logs.
yeah.
So.
The
Yeah,
Vici-
Wyvern or Elder Titan, please.
We also
Yeah,
had the first
I-
Warlock pick of the DPC earlier today as well. So
I saw that one.
And first Wyvern, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you go ET.
Oh no, not first Wyvern.
Like, if you ever get a spirit on any of these heroes, they just instantly die. The sleep just allows you to set up for, like, Phoenix Egg, the Ember Spirit to be able to come through as well. It gives you that little bit of disengage if Ember ever gets caught out. Yeah.
You could Pango as well. I know they need a support, but, like, Pango's pretty amazing. Alright, sure. Why not?
Alright. They get a little bit of extra push.
The Jakiro is going to be really nice versus the Marcy in the lane with that dual breath. Someone that kind of wants the right clicks going, even as the game goes on as well. Pre-BKB, like the attack speed slow is going to be a bit of an issue. So in particular, I think it's just going to be a really nice way to make it difficult for them to play the lane. Dagger into dual breast spam is going to be very frustrating for Cloud. It's not even a butterfly effect Meepo as well.
Yes.
I was not aware their carry player could play the Meepo. I know butterfly effect could, but they have 2 Meepo plays. That's rare.
Wow, yeah. And just to clarify, by the way, Skem did actually play Meepo, but he lost with it. So, yeah, this is the second Meepo pick. But could be the first Meepo win, maybe. But it does feel like they're clutching at straws here. That's pretty crazy. Wow, what a twist. I mean, in terms of it being a good Meepo game, Danok, you know, is this a game where he can take over and kind of carry his team?
Oh, that was Nomad's voice.
Does it not look horrible? Does it not look like a bad Meepo game?
It's not an amazing Meepo game. Maybe he felt like he...
It seems like Myth Avenue will be staying in Div 2 for 2 more seasons. Wait, actually don't know what the results were of the matches today. Zershka lost to Flow. Myth Avenue lost to Spawn. Okay, that's a bit of a surprising one. Army Genius is now ahead against UDV. That one's not too surprising. That one I kind of expect. Army Geniuses and Polaris are most likely the 2 teams that are going to advance on to Division 1
roleplay with this Zeus
season.
pick, because Zeus with his Arcana is riding on a cloud.
Dope, thank you. I'll go Cloud because of that.
All right. Okay, a very serious prediction from Aries, but yeah, I think me and Fluke know where we stand on this one. Looking like a very interesting draft from Cloud. Can they pull it off? Could they possibly pull off the Meepo win? We'll find out with Danok and Aries for game number 2.
Thank you, boys. We'll see. So we're going to get into this one pretty fast if they can find first blood again. Mercy, no, a bit late on the reaction, so no first blood advantage this time in game 2. Denog, we got a goddamn Meepo.
Don't make me explain the Meepo, man. It's been so long.
No, you don't need to. I'll explain why I think this is not a very good Meepo game. There's so much AoE damage.
Yep.
There's so much AoE damage to address the Meepo. I mean, I can imagine the Beastmaster as well with the axes is not going to be fun at all. Erica, if he wants to, can go Blade Mail and like max out Dispersion. Have fun with that. Sunray, which how do you kill off the Phoenix? Like inside Supernova, you have a Marcy to deal with that, but this is all besides.
IG and Polaris just seem too good. They seem really good. Also next season there will be Fnatic plus Boom. If Fnatic and Boom don't suck ass next season.
Like it's a god tier pick, and they did not really hesitate at the 18th when they picked the Spectre.
Yeah, seems pretty amazing to be honest. I mean, and again, like, who's taking objectives, really? Unless you get an amazing Meepo lane, then good luck. Just having a review of all of his stats as well. I mean, 8 armor is pretty nice, and that's why New's already gone into the Wild Axes to be able to contest against that and at least be able to claim some last.
Or they did not buy any slot.
I don't know, man.
I mean, that could also be the case that Polaris or something sells their slot again.
Also, I do have to say, I know that Nomad said that we knew the way that Fluke and him were going. They did mean Vici, so if Cloud are able to take this, I don't want them saying, oh, I knew it. Just
Well, you have to point that out.
They're trying to swindle every win possible, I know.
I get it. Oh, I get it. Any little one-up they can get.
Hey, wait, did I say that correctly? Butterfly Effect is playing in Cloud. Okay.
So we'll take our lead and run with it.
FY and Vici Gaming.
Gaslighting me. You got to make sure that you see any opportunity for someone else to gaslight.
Yang.
Like, yeah,
wait, Yang is playing Boss 5?
Right?
dead Yang
It's all a lot
strat's
about
dead?
this Gaslighting, all right. You know, gaslighting doesn't exist. You made it up because.
Who's
you're
Vici's off lane then?
All right,
Erica
very
Yang.
cool. That's very nice of you to say. I'm crazy. What are you though? What is it? What is that?
Cloud's
mean for
actually
you?
also a pretty decent lineup. CSJ is a pretty good player.
One in the year of the dragon in 2000.
Fear the freaking dragon. All right, you keep your mouth shut. You respect the dragon.
Bro, I'm a Wyvern spammer. What do you mean?
Setsu.
Of course I respect the dragon.
And isn't that a
Setsu versus Butterfly Effect.
is it
This is
Wyvern
actually a
dragon?
pretty
Don't
good
start
match.
this debate. Don't.
Is it
I don't
alright,
want
there we
this
go.
beginning.
Nice. I've hit a deep spot there. Holy.
Nah,
FY,
shit.
and who's the
One
off
of those
laner?
that keeps getting brought
Come on.
up, and I'm
Ah,
like,
fucking hell, I
who
can't see it
cares?
correctly.
It's a
He
flying,
flies.
flappy
That's all that
thing.
matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. That's all we need. We got a couple of flying, flappy things in with Vici Gaming's lineup, so at least they can kind of flap themselves potentially to victory.
Yeah, they didn't end up going that full fire-based draft, more like 2.5. The Jakiro just rounding that out a little bit. So half of their entire draft is based around fire. I like it.
Butterfly effect. So Setsu just continued to spam out with the slide. We saw in the previous game there was a lot of rotations coming out from the supports to.
Did you watch
secure
game
some
1, by the way,
farms. Of
Darksteel?
course, we're not at that stage just yet, but looking to see what supports and want to do over the next kind of 30 seconds to make sure their side lanes are safe enough for them to rotate. Because Butterfly Effect would love a rune, but he goes back inside
I'm
his
looking
own
so
bubble.
much
He's gonna
forward
see there's
towards
no ground
D2
people
Hustlers versus
Yeah, I mean, Cloud supports a pretty abysmal
Alliance
rotating
match that will
in terms
be
of,
up
like,
soon.
What they provide in terms of effectiveness. They want to be staying in that lane as much as possible, either harassing in the terms of the Shadow Demon and Treant being that beefy frontliner, getting the leech seed off, making sure that you're able to continue farming on the Meepo. That is one little combination that's going to be fairly decent, right? The multiple routes that you've got, so the Guardian Greaves isn't necessarily going to provide you with complete safety once it comes out. You've got the Overgrowth, of course, plus the Earthbind coming through from the Meepo, and even just the leech seed in the middle of team fights is going to affect all.
I still can't believe that they're playing a Meepo safe
You've got
lane.
all this AoE damage. At least you've got the AoE heal to be able to counter it.
I do wonder what this build's gonna be from Meepo as well. As he does get that divided we stand, so as soon as the ultimate's leveled up, they're gonna start to get aggressive onto.
Okay.
This would be first blood picked up. Unfortunately,
Who is this,
finds
who's this
the
safe
penalty
laner?
For it. You would have loved to give it over to Ice Limit.
I think he's going to get plenty of farm on his own.
See,
He's
China
already had
Division
Mercy
2.
At every opportunity, go back inside of the ancient area, and he's already built up a stack of the camps there. You could look to give that one over to the Zeus, sure. But I
Ice
feel like
Limits,
Meepo is also
wherever that
capable
may
of
be.
taking
Any
over,
other good
accelerating
teams?
their net worth, because we know with Meepo,
Nah, it's Vici,
you've
really.
got like a very small window to be able to close the games out. You can't let it go super late, especially against this Vici Gaming lineup. You've got a Spectre to deal with, and then Phoenix is going to be high enough level that his AoE damage is going to be insane.
But Vici have kind of already prepared themselves for this eventual mass farm that the Meepo is going to be able to find. You see there's a deep ward kind of towards this top outpost, scouting out the stacks and scouting out the Meepo clone. That's up to his own shenanigans. So they will be aware of this. FI is even dropping another ward as well. Do their best to keep tabs, but Starf has been able to read this.
Curious about all these
Gonna
players
need to
of
wait until level 4, though, for the
like Starif.
flying until he's able to get onto that high ground. I guess if Shadow Demon
Where are
was
they all
rotating,
coming from?
then
And it's good to see FI again.
to reveal the high ground ward, but
I still miss Yapso. I really hope Yapso joins
Treant protects
professional
around the lane,
Dota
I'm fairly happy.
in next season.
Actually ends up
Yeah,
dropping
but look,
his own ward. So FY is
it's like
gonna know
now
when
that
vision is.
he's
Especially considering this freaking patch is like the Rubik patch and he doesn't play.
Maybe continue to
Dota.
stick around. Ember's actually going to try and refill up in the resources and TP back so he can contest this power rune.
So good luck on the Trio Protector trying to like get 2 hits in as a Trio Protector, especially with Fire Spirits on you as well. He's even waited long enough that he's actually going to get rid of these. Oh, who wins the battle? Oh, he got it. Very nicely done, Starf. I feel like
I don't know if
FY
I'd like
found
back
it
to
for
Secret
Vice
because
because
that
of
means
the high
that
ground.
Saich would,
Another ward, though. He's
be
actually been
kicked.
outplayed here.
and I think Saich is doing a pretty good job.
Is that all?
Might get outplayed.
Actually, Butterfly Effect. Might have been some trouble as
Because if you kick
the Arcane.
Zaich,
I'm trying
you're
to
gonna
get
have to
onto
kick
the T2 tower.
Resolution as well
Butterfly
because they want to
Effect
play
will
together.
find
Go see it.
Ice Limit, he's like, all right, boys, I'm coming to play. Setsu, he's out of remnants and he's going to be brought down. If Meepo wants to bring his other clone, they'll probably need the extra control, but he's hesitant. Finally, we'll bring that extra member to provide the Earthbind that does push him out of the lane, but he can always TP back, or maybe he just wants to make a farming rotation through the jungle.
I mean, I don't want to, but I assume they're gonna just boot Chrysalis from Secret,
I guess they've got a treant,
which is gonna hurt so much.
Probably one of the better heroes at A, being able to defend the tower.
Oh, butterfly effect, too much dot damage.
What are we finding?
Well, we're finding a dead Zeus. FY and Yang were able to set up, and then Setsu's like, thank you, boys. You've done your job. It's now time for me to come and be rewarded with the kill.
It's really just around that Helm of the Dominator timing, which I believe News just finished up, that they might try and put a little bit more emphasis up on this top side of the map. Erica might just look to wait for him to hit onto that level 6, have the haunt available for the extra scouting potential.
Deny yourself. He might get denied. Oh my god. Oh, Yang tried to de-ward the cliff, so even sent his courier over
Yeah,
as well
so that's
to
just gonna try and see if he
down.
can get some
Setsu
farm
might
going.
go for this. Doesn't have maxed out Flame Guard. I don't think he can bring this one down.
No.
It's a big stack though. You have to protect it on Cloud. You cannot let these stacks go.
Why? Just getting some D-wards happening. Who's actually going to protect this? I mean, I feel like Zeus is going to.
He's defending it all on his own. That's
camp, right? Of course, it would be great
harsh.
to give it over to Meepo, but I just feel like it's going to be a little bit too slow to take that one. Zeus, with almost maxed out Arc Lightning, is going to do a far better job.
How would we like to see them utilize the Marcy level 6 now? Are you wanting to rotate down bottom, or do you need to be a little bit more hesitant with this usage just in case if it's on cooldown, then Vici Gaming can play aggressive?
No, I think you can look.
Oh, they're
to
gonna
potentially maybe
steal
grab
it
against
on the
Spectre
supports?
on your own. I just don't think that's going to be the case.
Yep, they're gonna try and steal it.
Can probably get at least one usage out of it before the Phoenix hits level 6 for the Supernova. Is well, look at this. They're trying to take it away with the 2 supports, the Flappy Flaps. Trying to take it away from Mercy's doing his best. Butterfly Effect is going to look to come in, and they might be able to pick up a couple of kills for themselves.
But they will. They'll get FY. It'll come at the cost of the Thunder God's Wrath to secure the kill. Does look like Radiant. They got a couple of the creeps. Maybe
Oh, Setsu
Setsu's gonna be
kills
able to
off
clean up
Mercy.
some of them as well. So not
Fat
the
sadness.
worst. You want to still stick around? Okay, so
Can they show net worth,
yeah,
please?
Look at that. It's just so much attention put on the opposite side of the map. So New, once again, back-to-back games that the off-lane from Vici Gaming is off to an incredible start.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Net worth.
The last chance qualifiers, weren't we?
Yeah.
Back when he was going to be almost felt like every single game he was Vici Gaming's best player.
Oh, butterfly
Look at this,
effect.
Erica instantly with the horn set up thanks to Setsu's chains means that butterfly effect will not be able to escape this aggressive maneuver from Vici Gaming. First horn of the game, and a big kill for them to find another death onto the Zeus, and this man that cannot be playing from behind. That is a lot of their early to mid-game damage.
And it's so important that they were able to get that tower up top as well before this 10-minute mark, because now New can just look to rotate through the dire jungle. He feels very, very tanky with all that farm that he's been able to pick up. Still a little bit of Vlad's offering. Maybe he might look to finish that one up before actually joining the rest of his team to try and take the mid tower with the siege creep. Like FY is probably just
You
going
stay
to
on the
keep this
run.
wave here for as long as possible.
Wondering what build he's gonna go for on the. It's probably gonna be just like BKB Basher.
It's quite
Mercy.
a concern if this T1 tower goes down mid. I don't know where Dire are going to be able to farm. Is Meepo's not going to have a jungle? Yeah, that's a great point. We saw last game those towers fell incredibly fast, and might be the same case this game. What do you feel like they're waiting for on Vici to maybe to try and attempt this T1 push?
Yeah, just that Vlad's on the on New. He's got it now. He's still 1,200 away from the Helm of the Overlord. I don't think you could wait enough for that one. But FY, again, he's done a really good job of keeping this siege creep alive. You know, not wanting to push the entire wave out. He hasn't really been right-clicking the siege creep. Just wanting to keep it as alive as possible. Keep it stationary there in the wave, but...
Setsu.
Ooh, nice dodge.
Oh, nice dodge. It's a cute attempt. Star tried to go in with the pogo stick into the overgrowth, but Setsu is no sir, not today. And now they're going to come to defend the tower. FI is going to TP with the threat of the supernova. And Setsu will follow up onto CSJ. All they've got is really the chains, but that will
He's
be able to
just
set
dead.
for the ice path. And
Or is
that's
he?
all they really need. Maybe not. CSJ
Slight.
gets the
Yep.
jump away thanks to the net living armor, but Setsu will still be able to cut him down from afar. And meanwhile, mid lane is now under threat. So Vici Gaming love what they're doing in regard to their resources, recognizing what heroes need to be in the right place and not bring everyone to help out with that bottom defense.
To Cloud's credit, though, they only used one TP to be able to make that happen. So they're able to rotate back, still have potential to be able to defend this tower, especially if they needed to do it urgently. So stay up and level 6. So
Cloud's game plan is kind of flop.
means that the tower's going to be safe for now.
Did I
Hold
just
them
see
off
that
until
correctly?
that Helm of the Overlord comes out.
Uh-oh.
Did I just-
Smoke Thunderhawk.
Really
Great.
getting into the habit of that today, aren't we?
Yeah. I gotta give props to the Beastmaster
Yeah.
players just being able to read them.
They just
perfectly.
use the Windows key.
It's not gonna work out. They haven't used that first unleash of the game. Are pretty much a guaranteed kill, and you might run into them.
You'd be happy to pick up this Beastmaster right next to a tower. I'm not sure if that's where you want to go for the kill.
They're gonna see him though. Radiant, they're smoking top. I think they're gonna be a little bit too late to keep him alive.
Does that mean that they don't have game capture then?
Surprisingly
Oof.
Do they have the damage now? Yang's gonna try and cover him with the macropie, but they'll secure the kill, but it looks like it'll come. It's such a grave cost as all of each.
Okay, that's a lot of
To
damage.
make amends to the Beastmaster going down, CSJ will try and jump into the tree line, but there will be no escape for the position 3 on Cloud.
And again, that was.
So who would
the
win,
only
Alliance or
TPs
Bait?
being used to be able to
Alliance
claim
is
that
not
kill. So
playing
3 for
against
1.
Bait, they're playing
They've still got the
against
potential to come
D2
down bottom
Hustlers.
and defend this tower, which they do. Erica,
And
you're
Alliance
trying
would
to
beat
claim this
Bait
kill.
if that was the case.
Yeah, they'll get it. Or maybe not. Chains already being used, who will be able to TP up. Sure, they'll make sure that doesn't happen again now with kind of the lack of stuns they have between Vici Gaming. But really importantly, you send Ice Limit back to base. Like that is time that the Meepo is not.
Alliance
down,
would
and
beat Bait.
a
I don't
time
think
that
Bait's.
would
I
effectively
think
up for the
Bait's
Meepo seems
actually
like it's
not
gonna be a
good
hit
at
couple
all
minutes away.
whatsoever. I think Alliance is pretty okay.
It was a very important kill to get onto the Beastmaster. Obviously,
Chuan looked very good. I casted them in the Bet Boom tournament,
in that fight, so he
and
ends up
Chuan
getting
looked
anyway,
really
and
good.
Now they're just sieging the mid tower. So the curse of having these two very defensive style supports is coming to bite Cloud. You know, they just didn't have the damage to be able to convert on that catch.
They might be in trouble. Setsu's gonna remnant on over and look at the shadow damage, just putting himself forward.
And S4 is also
Means
always
that
still
might
a
switch
really
position
fucking good
too.
player.
Well, they'll do just that, Vici Gaming.
Yeah, I was a little bit afraid of Chuan like sucking the big one, but he was actually very impressive. I think he played SF mid one of the games, and he looks really good. He died a couple of times in a row, but he definitely was MVP in that series. S4 was also looking really good. Sebe is always nice. Charlie was a little bit shaky. Polno was also good. But Charlie is, I don't know. He's been in so many different rosters, and none of them have always really. Like, it could be that right now he is playing like a beast, but I'm always a little bit afraid of that. I need to see more of Charlie with this roster.
And with that, Vici will continue to look to get some map control, instantly starting to sweep inside Cloud Zone jungle.
Just seeing if there's anything else. I mean, okay, you got Blink Overgrowth, you got Mech 300-ish gold away, you've got BKB about 600 away. There's stuff coming, for sure, for Cloud, and the Blink Dagger now for the Meepo. It'd be great if he could get into a few more levels just to provide that little bit of extra damage with the Ransack. But I mean, it's such a small window, and now you're having to contend up into the Aegis, so it still feels to me like Beastmaster is the one that needs to go down, and then Marcy.
Is that because he's a cursed player? Because he'll jump onto pretty much any roster and looks worse than he is because doomed rosters, otherwise people would avoid taking him.
I don't think you do.
I don't think he's necessary. No, I've never really been that impressed with his performance. He's been on like Into the Breach roster and like the old. I think it was the old.
Be a great item for the Phoenix. Might even go the Aghanim Shard afterwards.
Oh, what was that team called? The
The
old
strong enough to even brute force down a T2 tower. There's going to be
Chicken
no way that
Fighters,
Cloud can
I think?
contest this, so
And he was always an okay player, but
like you were mentioning, still a little bit away towards
Charlie,
that
aka
goal.
Aqua, has
Trying
never
to get out of
been
his
like that staple. He's
More
a
map control going
superbly
away
good
with
safe
Jamie,
laner,
and
in my eyes.
Setsu has no carries. Farming a creep way behind a T2 tower, just showcases
But
the
anyone can improve, so
limits they have to the
I'll
line
have
of
to check
Cloud.
out more from
Yeah,
him.
They've got no
Like
instant
Skeeter.
stones
Skeeter was
outside of
I never
maybe
liked
the
Skeeter
Meepo to some
before
extent,
he
but
joined
has the
Tundra.
Aegis. He knows that he wasn't going to go down too easily, and I mean it's going to become
Needs a
even
specific
worse
lineup
for Cloud
around
Gaming
him
once he does pick up that BKB
to
for himself.
make him
No
excel.
real reliable lockdown at all.
Smoke up, let's see who they can get. Yang is definitely not the target they're wanting with this smoke, but whatever they can take,
Oof, even
they will
popping
be
a
happy to
Thunder
do
God.
so. Yeah.
They know that they've got vision there now as well. I believe that's one of 2 wards that they've got left for Cloud Gaming. One not so useful one outside of the Roche pit, and one protecting the one place that Meepo is wanting to continue farming. So very important that they look to try and keep that as much as possible. But Cloud Gaming might just say, all right, well, you've got this one little area you want to protect. We'll do what we did last game. We'll keep farming 3/4.
Look at that damage CSJ takes from just a couple of seconds in the Dragon's Fire.
In case New wanted to opt for the roar. Might actually look for
Finch
Starch
getting
instead, as
fucked.
He has that Aghanim shard to work with, so this stun, even though it was just a little bit, was enough to allow the boys to get the slow, and they could easily chase down Star. For now, without the tree for 25 seconds, they might consider about getting some damage onto the tier 2.
Makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, I don't know if anyone can really commit forward to stop it from happening. They're trying to drag the creep wave away, let the regular creeps do the most of the work, which I do like. Mercy's trying to put himself in a position to do the same sort of thing.
We just
But I
gonna
do like
settle
this
for
from Cloud.
playing
They
at
look to
Div 2?
overcommit, into
What
a
team
fight.
is we
They have
again,
no vision
and-
around that area, and now's the time where
Still
you
the
gotta make
Dynasties
something
are
happen.
together since they're both very idiosyncratic players with their quirks synergize.
Progression back to the tier 1 tower.
I think that entire roster is just weird, but it works.
Just in case, I think they saw a TP.
Because it's also
instantly stopped
um
once the Meepo was blown up.
snaking. I remember him playing off lane in NA, and he was really not that good. He played a
30
good
seconds left on the
axe, but
Meepo
that was
reset.
about
I
it.
mean, to me,
They're
you're not
trying
going
on
to get a
Eric
better
at top
chance.
lane.
He's already
But as a
got
5
over
position, he's looking really good.
And they're off the mark as well. Star's still gonna go for it inside the river, but he's wasted enough time where the boys can start to TP, and he'll still jaunt back to the fight.
There's the big
With
fat heal from
F1
FY.
Celebrate, it's just gonna repair all the damage that Cloud is dishing out onto Erica. There is no way you're killing this man. In fact, CSJ is recognizing that. It's just gonna be BKB TPR, but Mercy will have no way to escape.
Team bald. Oh.
I can understand.
I mean,
we
Wii is not. He's not had the best showing in any of the teams in a while.
Of course, he can haunt in if you try and go on the rest of the team, so why not go on the Spectre? But the fact is, you have almost no tower control, so you're able to TP and reinforcements super easily. That's why I really like the place that Eric was.
Yeah,
on.
Wee's kind of
Easy as possible, and you had no Meepo. Meepo feels
career
like a
over,
huge
I
portion of
guess.
your damage right
I mean,
now, so
it's not nice to say
BKB
stuff like
being
that
used
because
to
he's been
unleash.
sublime
Now Vici
for
Gaming
his
know
entire
they've got
life,
50
but there's
seconds where
just
they can just completely farm for
there's
free
that
and
moment
just
where
no real fear.
the tier 1 teams are not knocking anymore.
I think down bottom they know that the Meepo clones are still continuing to the lane. Once again, this deep ward was able to scout it out. Cloud's gonna be some trouble. Erica has that scepter to play with. Macropyre, not gonna do too much damage. It needs some control. That's where the Ice Path is able to come into play. Another death for the Meepo. 2 deaths now for him, and
So that Meepo has not done much. Like if he got on a plane and flew to NA, I could see him getting one final dance, or if he started coaching, he might do well.
Yeah, I mean, it's
As a
important to
coach, I
have
think
that
he'd do
dig, but I
wonderful.
feel
In
like
NA, the problem
the
is you're
goal
not
of
going to be
that
able to
was
get
kill
a spot in
farming across
TSM
the map.
or
How much of
the Shopify
division
lineup.
Vici Gaming can do
So,
right now. You know, I feel like
and you're
it's
not going to get a
all the way
slot in
around
Nouns either.
on Cloud.
Oh, look at
It's
Zeus
like-
under the towel.
Zeus Bloodstone ulti is kind of cool.
Eric is in, why not? Starro for the overgrowth, but Setsu instantly purges it off for the use of the BKB. CSJ feels like there's an opening for him to have some involvement in the team fight, but the instant use of the Roar and the chain control will stop him short. Can Vici Gaming get New out as well? The Beastmaster's in a little bit of trouble for the moment. Off to the left side though.
Meepo!
He feels like he can jump into the middle, but that's not the case. Ice Path instantly into the Supernova. It's going to turn
One hit on the
Supernova
ENG.
down, but it's fallen
Yeah,
way
this game's
too
hella
low to have
over.
a hope in a world of escaping it. And Shadow Demon they'll catch up to him as well. Setsu rewarded with the ultra kill. He wants a rampage. He wants to be able to catch up to CSJ, but this man will duck away to make sure that's not an opportunity. But Setsu and the boys are more than happy with what they've gotten.
It's 3 fights now that Meepo hasn't truly felt a part of, right? It felt like he joined super late, you weren't able to get the initial burst, and more importantly, Marcy is a big part of your damage. And, you know, she did her job. She took out the Beastmaster.
I mean, Meepo Marcy is a pretty mess synergy.
Aura coming through.
I mean, this entire lineup makes no sense. First of all, who picks Meepo in this patch? Second of all, who picks Meepo safe lane in this patch? Third of all, who picks Meepo in this patch?
To support that, he wants to not just be a haunt bot. Now he's got the shadow step to be able to play around with, and you know, Setsu, I would give him the MVP so far this game. He has just been everywhere.
Like, they got AoE stun, AoE damage, AoE control. They got AoE root. They got so much catch on the side of Vici Gaming. How is this a good Meepo game?
Spectre illusion.
In a it could be possible if the lineup has like no control whatsoever. Or no AoE damage, but Meepo needs a rework to make it viable again.
Some other team components that have been an issue in the past. This guy is... There's no question that he is mechanically gifted and can be the person to carry games. We saw that last game on the Death Prophet. We see that this game 12-1 and 4, and already on to his next foe. Catching out Isomet. The wards, man. Radiance Vision. We spoke about the Hawks.
Hey, Meepo offlane's good, not like attack speed, Death Prophet good, or mid Witch Doctor good. Both of those are horrible, but it's at least as good as, like, I don't know, Bloodstone Phoenix. Bloodstone Phoenix would be a horrible idea. No, that's actually a terrible idea.
This is the sort of thing where,
like, the spell lifesteal is pretty nice, but you don't use mana on Phoenix.
I'm seeing Butterfly Effect, Pump Fakers, Lightning Bolt, and Mercy as well. This is
again, they can't do anything without the Meepo, right? So they kind of just need to hang.
The only thing you really use mana for, I think,
try and have a bit of fun with it,
is Sunray and Supernova.
Meepo's alive. They're all grouping up around mid. What's the
so you don't need that lifesteal. The mana amplification. And if you get interrupted while you're doing Sunray, your entire Bloodstone is wasted.
They're gonna know.
I think there are a lot of good Bloodstone combinations, but that one's just terrible. It's insulting people by dredging up the absolute worst pub strats I can think of.
I wonder what they're doing.
Okay, then I'm really bad at following your cues. Though, I have seen mid-Witch Doctor with Chen, because I know that Chen, if you use like the Penitence on an enemy, and then you use Witch Doctor ulti, it goes Witch Doctor ulti and Rapid Fire. That's the only thing that I could think of that's kind of cool. Have you seen that one? A combination? It's really funny.
We already spoke about how
can machine gun turret Voodoo Ward.
More fun of a time against the silencers. We're going to see that come into play. No hesitation from Erica, straight on top of the Shadow Demon, making sure that Setsu
weird to see Setsu in Div 2.
Having to worry about his own
he used to be in RNG, right?
On to support, but really the Roche is the prize for them.
This is second Roche as well. Who are they going to give this one to? Phoenix has it already. Beastmaster's got already. Yeah, I guess Ember Spirit can never hurt to just have a lot more of that AoE damage against a Meepo.
I think give it to Setsu because he's got Scepter.
Yeah.
Dookily dookily. And ages over to the Spectre.
I would have felt physically ill if the Spectre got it. Oh, what a terrible Aghanim shot.
What do you mean, best in the game?
Worst, by far.
This goddamn dispersion that I actually don't think anyone has done. You would, if he was the only person that hadn't picked up a shard, hadn't had a shard in a game, you'd destroy it. You would actually destroy the shard. You wouldn't want to see this abysmal dagger just around the map. As well, we will see Erica get another kill. You wouldn't want to see the Aghanim Shard dagger just going everywhere, and it is that atrocious of a shard. You destroy it. I have no doubt.
It takes 1500 damage to be able to proc it as well. It's very deceptive just with the wording of it, right?
Increase 300 damage absorbed. Will trigger a spectral dagger to be launched at the
I'm probably wrong.
last player controlled
I don't know.
attacker.
I have no idea. I couldn't give a goddamn. I couldn't care about this shot. We don't even.
That isn't even that bad.
Because you just never see it. There's no point. Just reinvent the shot. You know what?
I mean, it's not superb, but it doesn't sound that bad. It gives them movement speed. It slows the enemies.
Change all the bad shots.
It's extra damage.
Panel, look at the shot
Shadow
B as
Demon.
they go for the GG push.
Oh, he gets blown up. The Setsu is young.
Death Prophet Axe that spawns a ghost on your auto attacks also adds a slow proc to your autos because of it. So Axe plus like a Beastmaster or a Bloodlust is oddly good versus melee cores. And it still is kind of shit because in a team fight you just want to get your spirit siphons off and go in circles. Yeah, that's fat, juicy GG.
Burned to a crisp as Vici Gaming. Well, this is what you're expecting out of the boys. This is what you're hoping for from a Vici Gaming lineup. A clean 2-0 victory.
Okay, that was quick. Let's go over some CSGO and Dota predictions for the day. Let's see, it's today the 5th. Let's see the full schedule. Don't want to touch that. Don't want to touch that. No. Don't get me wrong. You lose to basically any range carry past 20 minutes, but it is fun to spam. Oh my, yeah. There's a lot of shit that's fun to spam in Dota. Don't really think it's necessarily that viable every single time. G2 Hustlers over Alliance, 1.77 odds, 2 units. Namiga versus Rise. I don't think Rise is that bad. Rise plus 1.5 against Namiga, about 1.78 odds that would be. Ancient Tribe versus Team Bald Reborn. Ancient. I kind of like Ancient Tribe, but I'm going to say Team Bald's going to win. Bald. Ancient. Dark Side versus X3. They already replaced... Oh, wow. They replaced Ramses quickly. Otterun enjoys versus Monaspa. Yeah, Monaspa. Now if we release a few players too, these guys are quick on dumping their players. Let's see, what do we have? A lot of Dota matches still left today. Ooh. Let's see, G2 versus FaZe. G2 still has hooks here, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go FaZe over G2. 2.09 odds. Big over Spirit. Wonderful's pretty good. I think I'm gonna go Spirit over Big. Spirit over Big. 1.97 odds. Navi versus Liquid. Yikindar's good, but OC and Nitro are still not good. So yeah, I'm gonna go Navi. Navi over Liquid, 1.57 odds. Cloud9 nope. Astralis versus 9-9. This is a tough one. Device is back and Device is a beast. I'm gonna go Astralis. Sinners versus Copenhagen Flames. Oscar's still so good. I'm gonna go Sinners. Sinners over CPH, 2.04 odds. And while we're at it, might as well put my money where my mouth is. Let's see. CSGO. Those matches are live right now, but I want to do FaZe to win. And do a combo bet. FaZe to win, Spirit to win, and then D2 Hustlers to win. We'll make that YOLO. And also make that just a singular bet. Okay. I'll go with that one for, say, small on that. And around that. What's your favorite trash yet fun pub strat anyways? Win. Nah, that's a good question. I actually don't know. I don't really play, because I play everything solo pretty much, and I am a pub shit stain. So I just like playing Rubik 5 and stuff, and I guess Coddle, Ags Rush is my favorite stuff. So I'm going to be gone for give or take an hour. I will be back for the next series, which will be Alliance versus
As well. You often see a lot
Alliance versus D2 Hustlers. I will be back for that series, but I will be going away for about an hour now until that series is ready. Okay. So hopefully I'll see you guys then.